Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello viewers, this is Aisha, camera of Chakobantang Network. Today I am in Farafenni Senior Secondary School to talk with the principal and students of the school. Sometime back in March, the Gambia government decided to close schools because of the coronavirus pandemic. But now, the same government made an announcement through the Minister of Basic and Secondary Education that all schools will reopen and now students are back in the school. So here we are at the Farafenni Senior Secondary School to talk to the principal and some of the students to know how they feel to be back in school. Do follow me for more details.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello viewers, we are in the office of Mr. Jigo, the principal of Farafenni Senior Secondary School. Mr. Jigo, welcome to our program. Chakola Kibaro, it's nice having you here.
Okay, thank you, and then welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jigo, for allowing us to come here to have an interview with you. First of all, we want to talk about the reopening of schools. Now that the Gambia government has decided to reopen all schools throughout the Gambia. So, do you think, in your own idea, do you think this is a good idea to reopen schools despite the pandemic situation in the country?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because the children have been sitting for 6 months, which is not also good for them.
Okay.
Because if they don't have something to do, they will find something to do, and that can lead them to so many things, involving in themselves in popularity, smoking, doing all sort of things. So I think it's a good idea actually.
How prepared is your school to welcome back the students?
Well, of course it's a subvented institution,
Okay.
but it's under government.
Mm-hmm.
The preparation that we do is mostly sponsored by government, by the ministry.
Okay.
Actually, before we open,
Mm-hmm.
they brought in these pockets for students to wash their hands,
Mm-hmm.
and also other sanitary materials.
Materials.
The only thing they didn't bring is face masks,
Face masks.
which
Okay.
they promised
To do.
to do, but still now we have not seen them.
Okay. Apart from the face mask, but the other sanitary materials are already in the school.
Yeah, they are all in place.
They are all in place.
Temperature testing and whatever, all of them are in place. We have 4 thermometers to test their temperatures,
Mm-hmm.
and we have at least, I think, 3 buckets. It's 2 at the gate and 1 inside,
One inside.
for them to be washing their hands frequently. The masks are not yet around. Those who have masks at
Mhm.
home
Mhm.
can bring them.
Okay.
Of course, we have also to thank 4H. They brought about 50 face masks, and
Okay.
we distributed those ones to the students.
To the students.
Yeah.
Okay. Normally, school days are from Mondays to Fridays, but we've seen today, being Saturday, the students are still in school. So, do you have administration changes? Why do you decide to change the system?
No, it's the situation.
Okay.
When situation change, everything change.
Yes.
Actually, they normally come 5 days in a week.
In a week, yes.
But looking at the population of the school,
Mm-hmm.
and with the guidelines of this COVID,
Okay.
like social distancing,
Distancing. Mhm.
you cannot have all the students in one class.
Okay.
So each class is divided into 2,
Mm-hmm.
and that the grade 12s are coming Monday, Tuesday in the morning, and the 11th comes in the afternoon, that Monday, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Then Wednesday, Thursday, grade 11 comes in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and then grade 10 comes in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Then Friday, Saturday,
Okay.
grade 12 comes in the morning, and grade 10 comes in the afternoon. So you realize what they would lose would not be much, because all of them are coming 4 days in a week instead of 5 days. The whole thing is, there are some schools, they can cope with the situation,
Yeah.
considering the number of students they have. But for our old situation, it's different.
How many people sit in one desk?
One.
One. What are some of the challenges you were facing here, and what kind of help do you need from government or any philanthropist?
Well, the challenges that we are facing are many.
Okay.
one, it has increased the load of the teachers because of the number of classes now. Two, face masks. You cannot send them home for not wearing face masks, and you can also stop them from coming to school without a face mask. So they have to come. So they have to come. So actually, those are some of the major challenges that we have. With the Saturday classes, even whereas this was not the situation, we normally have Saturday classes, and that, you know, and then we intend to have Saturday classes this year. So that one is not a problem, having Saturday classes to help the students. But those are the two major challenges.
When it comes to the syllabus aspect, are they starting from where they stopped, or they're starting fresh?
They will continue.
Okay.
With their grade 12 syllabus, and these people will continue from their grade 12 syllabus. But especially for the grade 12 that we are concentrating more on, we intend to have evening classes. For those evening classes, at least for them to cover up the lost contact hours. But we need to get the consent of the parent. We will call a general PTA meeting, inform the parents about, you know, the instructional hours that they have lost, and that's the only way we can help. If the situation was normal, normally we can keep the grade 12s up to 4 o'clock, at least to cover. But now that the situation is not normal, at least that is the only alternative that we can do. At least have evening classes from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
To 9 o'clock, okay.
Yeah, so if parents agree, and then we will give them a consent form to sign that they have agreed for their children to come from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock for extra classes. Of course, that one they will pay at least some amount, and the school will see what it can also contribute. Yeah.
This year's results, according to the PS of Ministry of Education, he said like this year's results is better than last year, even though the pandemic situation made it very difficult for students. But he said this year's results is far better than last year. How do you feel as an acting principal about those results?
Actually, you know, exams sometimes is funny. You wouldn't know sometimes. From our own experience, you see this year the questions might be cheap. The following year it will be difficult.
It will tougher.
So that's why even some are saying exam is not a fair way of testing knowledge. But of course it's a fair way of testing knowledge.
Okay.
But actually some of them can be very lucky. Anyway, that's it. It was a standard exam conducted by WIC, and those are the results, so we have to accept them and then see the results as valid results. So, yeah.
All right, thank you so much. That was all. I wouldn't want to take much of your time because we have to go to so many other places. That was the acting principal of Farafenni Senior Secondary School, Mr. Jigo. It was nice having you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
How do you feel to be back in school?
Well, the opening of school, I think, is a very good thing because during the lockdown, so many things happened, particularly with regards to the students. Some of them became domestic servant kind of. We are doing all type of work. Some of them we are selling on the street, you know, and then some of them we are even exploited.
Exactly.
So now that we are back, we think that it's better for the student to be able to continue with their studies and also focus in trying to build their future. So I'm really happy that the school is resumed.
Okay, but in your own idea, do you think it is a good thing to reopen schools despite the pandemic situation in the country? Because we still have coronavirus cases here. So do you think it is still safe to reopen schools in your own idea?
Well, I think if all the things were in place, I think it's a good thing. But I'm really very disappointed that we open school, but all the PPPs, the personal protective gears, are not supplied. Even masks. As we speak in the school, we don't receive any single mask from the government. So they didn't supply hand washing materials and all those stuff. So to me, I think we are putting both the life of the student and the teachers at risk.
At risk, okay.
Yeah, because being in the class with the student, they are not putting on masks. Not because they don't want to put on masks, but because masks are not available. That is like risking their life. Not only risking the life of the student, but even risking the life of the teachers. Because also our families, because after school we go back to our
Back
families.
home, yes.
So we would have expect that when we come back here, we would have enough marks, we would have all the personal
Sanitary
protective
materials,
standard
yes.
material that are required. And that was what the government promises. They said when we resume, they are going to supply. But as we speak, we don't receive any supply from the government. So I think that is the most unfortunate part of the whole thing, the whole scenario of economic schools.
Oh, I see. It's like the face mask issue and other materials needed to protect yourself is still not being available by the
Still not,
being given
not
by
available. What we are using here is those supply we receive when the grade 12 we are writing the exam. So the remnants material is what we are using. That is the detergent that we put in the water for the students to wash their hands. But for marks we don't receive anything.
Okay,
So and we don't have enough marks to supply the students.
okay. Okay, it used to be 5 days in a week and now it's 6 days in a week. Saturday is also included to make it 6. It's like, how is your work going now? It will be more difficult, I guess.
Well, I must confess that even before coming to the issue of Saturday, if you look at the school system,
Okay.
particularly for Farafenni Senior Secondary School, it's a very big school. We have almost 60, 55 students in a class.
Okay.
Now that we are all observing the social distance, that classes, each one class have been divided into 2 classes.
Okay.
Okay? If your load was, let's say, 24 periods per week, now it will go to 48 periods per week.
Wow.
You understand? So we would have needed more human resource on board and having more materials. We don't have human resources, we don't have material. So what is happening is that teachers in the school are overloaded. They are doing double what they used to do. Okay? So that is to the class. So additionally also Saturday have been included. It's like the whole week we come to school except Sunday.
Thank you so much. That was Mr. Abba Farafenyes. Okay. Ramatulai, how do you feel to be back in school after being at home for so many months? How do you feel being back in school?
Yes, it is good to be back to school because we missed a lot, and then we as students we have to do our exams, and then it is just at the corner. So it is very good to be back to school, but we are a little bit afraid of the coronavirus, and then all the materials are not yet supplied to the school, and then all that problem. But we thank God that we are back to school, and then we are ready to do what we can do. And cooperate with the teachers so that we will do best in our exams ahead.
That was fine. Okay, what about the face mask issue? Because like when I came here, I didn't see any of the students wearing the face mask. Why are you not wearing your mask? Or you don't have any?
The school did not provide face masks for the students because they say they are not available yet. They were saying maybe yesterday or it will come, but still now we didn't see anything. But some of us, we provide masks for ourselves when we come to school. We buy, or if you are a home science student, you make one for yourself, and then you bring it to school.
So that's an advantage of being a home science student?
Yeah. I have one here and it is made by me.
Oh, you made this for yourself?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Not seen you with any marks on your face. Why so?
We are not supplied with masks. Yes, they are not available in the school because the school said they are not yet available.
Marks are not available?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you taking part in the online classes?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, and how helpful was it?
It was so helpful because it helped us a lot in order to take some of our syllabuses because of during that break. If at all it's not those online classes, then we will be sitting until this time without learning. So it is so helpful.
Then it was really helpful. All right, thank you. So how are you doing and what's your name?
Well, I'm fine. My name is Aissatou Tanja.
Aissatou Tanja.
Yeah.
Okay. Aissatou, it's been months you've been sitting at home and now finally you're back in school. How do you feel to be back?
Well, it feels nice to come back to school after sitting so long at home. It feels so nice. But it is terrifying too.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see you don't even wear a face mask. It's like you don't have any.
Yeah, I don't have a face mask because the school said face masks will be delivered to the school yesterday, but till today we don't see any face masks.
Don't see any. Okay. There was online classes going on. I don't know if you were taking part in the online classes.
No, actually I was not taking part in the online class.
Why?
I was taking part in the TV class. But that one I only attended it for 2 weeks and I stopped.
Now, why do you have to stop the classes?
the way they were doing it, I was not understanding. They were jumping from one topic to the other. And there is no way that you can ask a teacher a question and the teacher reply to you with an answer. And if they write an assignment for you, like sometimes they'll write an assignment for you on the TV, but before you finish copying that, they have already removed it.
Okay, that was the problem you were
There was
facing.
no communication between the students and teachers, and I cannot enjoy that kind of class where I cannot communicate with the teacher. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what is your advice to your fellow students on how to protect themselves against this coronavirus?
Okay, my advice is only to maintain social distancing, wash our hands, regular washing of hands, wearing our face masks.
Okay.
Though there is no face mask provided, but I think we can provide for ourselves just for more safety.
Okay.
So to save Gambians and our brothers and sisters.
All right. Okay, that was clear. Thank you so much. He's also a student of Farafenni Senior Secondary School. That was all we have for you in Farafenni Senior Secondary School. We came here, we talked with the acting vice principal, we spoke to one of the teachers, Mr. Ba, and some students about the reopening of schools. That was all today on Chakula Kibaro. It was nice having you all. Thank you.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.